So we're saying 3 or like whatever we think it should be at next ban
Yeah,
list.
yeah. So like after I do it or after I give the intro, I'll say, all right, let's get into it. We're just gonna take a quick look at all these cards. All right, so what do we think Proto should be at? And then we all agree that it's 0. Same with like Scythe, and then we can just give a brief explanation if you want. I'm not going to explain Denglong or Ib because I think those cards can go back to 1, or at least they might.
There's no way you said it can go to 1.
Bro, stop.
Yeah, that's just the Eric Meadows part. We're all
Yeah.
me and the Wick are gonna say 0, and then Eric's gonna be like 1.
I could see Denglong coming back, and then people are going to ask why Ib can't be or can't go back to 1.
Ib is way worse than Dinglon.
All right, bro.
Yeah, Ib is a more generic. Yeah, I agree.
Like Ib cannot come back.
That card's nuts. I don't know why it was ever printed.
That card is disgusting.
Yeah, these cards. Denglongs are disgusting. Crazy.
Wait. Put Gazelle up here.
Gazelle.
Do we think that it's actually going to go back?
Yes.
You think so? Okay.
I mean,
You think
we
Gazelle
already
can come back?
all style cards could go to 3, and the deck would still suck.
Yeah.
I just don't want to deal with that deck.
That's okay. What are you dealing with, bro? A Roar Pass? Oh my god.
It's not like Aurora Pass, it just, they do it every turn. And now they have Update Jammer access code.
Okay.
They've always had. I mean, they've always had Update Jammer.
in transcode.
Update Jammer transfer. Update Jammer access code.
What was that? Words? What I hear? Are we ready? I gotta leave soon, so
Yeah, same.
Alright, let's leave soon.
cool. So let's get this video started, boys.
All right, we can just go right into it. I'll record the intro later. All right, so what do we think? To get it started, what do we think Proto should be at? 0?
0.
All right.
I agree on 0.
Easy. Scythe, I want to see gone. That card. I don't think Dag is the problem. I don't think it's the issue. I think it's always going to be Scythe.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
Yeah, Scythe should probably be banned without a doubt.
I think Dagda into Lancia is fine, especially compared to Scythe, but Scythe has got to go. All right. Tri-Brigade hits. What do you think about Fractal?
I think Fractal to 1 is good enough to hit the deck.
I think it's good enough, but I think it'll stay at 3, realistically.
I think it's going to go to 1. I also think Nerval is going to go to 1, but I think those might be the only hits, except maybe Recital. I don't see Shreg going to 1 at all or being touched at all. Main thing, though, I think we can all agree on is this card.
Yeah, that card's nuts. Yeah. That card should have been never printed.
Yeah, I don't know why. They just keep adding effects to cards that don't need it.
Yeah, I think we talked about it before, but the targeting protection is the number one thing, and the end phase. Like, that is both end phases.
Yeah, why is it both end phases? Why does it also protect itself? Like, it's just stupid.
Yeah. I didn't include this originally, but this was something that we touched upon at one point that, if this card stays legal, we want Reboot to stay legal, but if this card goes, I think we probably agree.
I think, in general, all 3 of them should be banned, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, I think I agree. And then this is obligatory. Benton to 0. I'd rather not see anymore. Drytron, used to love the deck. Absolutely hate it now. Benton is the glue for the whole thing. That's easy to phase that deck out by.
Realistically, though, I think Benton stays at 1.
I think Benton will probably stay at 1, but I'm with Eric. I think the card should just be banned. There's nothing fun about playing against Drytron and them looping the same card 5 times. Like, I don't know why they thought Ava the 1 was just like the hit to make, because most decks are already playing 1, so it felt so bad.
Konami was teaching Drytron players how to properly deck build.
Yeah, they really were. It's kind of crazy.
Legit. All right, mine.
Card is free.
Yeah.
Put it to 0.
I think it should be at 0. I don't think they're gonna hit it. Maybe they will.
I agree with Nick. Yeah, I think it should be at 0. I don't think they will hit it, but maybe at some point they will. Who knows? And then Nadir, I think we all agreed 1.
Please,
Yeah,
for the love of God, get this card out of the game.
Yeah, it needs to go to 1 or like Windows/Schism needs to be banned. Like some sort of that engine just needs to be hit. It's
either this or Winda, because those cards have just been such an issue for the past year.
Yeah, like Nadir Servant is like a broken card. Don't get me wrong, but that engine inherently isn't like overly oppressive. It's just so annoying and toxic to play against.
Yeah, like the fact that card's like a +2 is insane. Like it should not exist.
Yeah. All right. This is a kind of a controversial one that some people, or at least some people, think it's controversial. Don't think Call by the Grave should exist anymore. Card's toxic.
Cut out the game.
Yeah.
Don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
that's one of those cards where it's like 3 or none.
Yeah. I agree.
It's really no one finds it fun like the 1 of. It's like sick. How am I supposed to play around this? You don't play around a 1 of.
Yeah.
Well, you like at least a non-searchable 1 of usually.
And then these are interesting. Nick and I have this opinion that this card. I didn't used to agree with him on it. I think Pinkertops and Mind Control should go to 3.
Yeah, Mind Control definitely should be at 3, and I think also Pink because I want to promote like healthier cards going second. It's just I feel like going second is just so much harder, and like I don't like cards like Evenly and Lightning Storm, and I think these cards are just so much more fair.
Yeah,
I'll agree that I would rather see those in the game than blowout cards, but I don't think they're going back to 3 on this list specifically.
Yeah, I don't think Pink will ever be, but maybe Mind Control.
Yeah, I can see Mind Control going back to 2 or something. All right, and then before we go to the other section, fusion cards. I'm thinking as just kind of a side hit to hit Verte. I think that card's just disgusting.
Well, realistically, you're not hitting DPE, you're not hitting Fusion Destiny, because that's getting reprinted. DPE just got printed.
Right. Yep.
I've heard talks about Celestial. I don't think that card is like ban worthy.
There's no reason to hit that card over Verte. Or just the enablers in general. Like I don't see the argument for it. I think Verte with Shadal Fusion, Instant Fusion, the fact that it can send those cards, it's always going to be a problem.
Yeah, I think Verte definitely should be. I think personally, Verte's the issue, and if you play Fusion Destiny with 2 bricks, it's a lot more fair than any 2 monsters equaling like one of the most insane like engines currently in the game.
Yeah. And then that goes into the same thing with Winda. Okay. Then cards that can come back. I think this card's going to 3. It's kind of telegraphed since getting reprinted. And with Pugs coming out, Psychics, all their level 3s are Psychics. I could see that coming. This one's interesting with Nick.
Yeah, I think style cards suck, so they should all just go to 3 because they just don't do anything. Like
that deck is very annoying, but
it's very annoying.
Realistically,
it's so beatable. It's like unreal.
The deck is very fair.
It's very fair. I mean, like sure at times it can be oppressive, but like your opponent just has to have nothing, or like if you open a handful of styles, the max you can end on is like Roar, Rage, and a rank 4. Like that is literally it. Like, bro, we got decks in the game right now that can end on like Samorg, Apex, Double Dragon Lords, F-Zero. You got like Protoss for other decks. Like, there's nothing unfair about Salad, except they just do it every turn, which is like cool, I guess.
Yeah, fair enough. And then same thing with Blaster.
Please bring this card to 1. It will do nothing.
Yeah.
Is Tempest seeing play? No. Is Blaster going to see play? Probably not. Unless you're playing Salamangreat.
No, they wouldn't play Blaster, bro. Chill.
Yeah. And then same line with the Dragon cards. Darkness Metal, I can see that card going to 2.
It got an errata, so I think it's fine.
Yeah, I definitely think it could go to 2 or 3. And it makes Dragons a little better because then they're Black Metal. They can reborn it and like get a search for next turn, which is cute. And I definitely would like to see the card at 2 or 3.
Yeah. And then Joker.
It'll probably follow 3 to double iris, or follow 2-3 with double iris.
Yeah, I don't think Electromite's coming back. I don't think Astrograv's coming back at all. But I think this is an easy one, especially to make like with the new Performer Pal support in later sets.
Yeah, I definitely think this card should just be a 3. I don't see a reason. No one's playing Joker, bro.
No, I agree. I'm gonna skip over that guy. Skill Drain. I think we said that this was interesting to put that to 0.
I feel like a floodgate that locks you out of 1/3 of the game is just kind of unfair.
Yep. I think skill drain is there's nothing fair about it.
Yeah, it's just kind of sacky. Just don't care for that. Same with reboot. Like I love reboot as a card. It's cancer. It is not good for the game. Probably should not exist.
Yeah, cutting there's just no counterplay to this card. At least Royal Decree, there's it's on the field. You can chain cards to it. Red reboot, it's you're probably dying this turn, and you can't even respond because most cards are in counter traps.
Yeah, it literally only Judgment and some of the archetype counter traps can counter it.
Yeah, it's just so ridiculous.
Yeah, this kind of contentious. I don't think it's gonna get hit, just because we still have Striker in the game. We still have Pendulum cards coming out. I don't necessarily think that's the only influence, but I can see. I agree that it should not exist. I just don't think it's going to get hit though.
Oh, I think this card's 100% getting hit personally.
I mean, it missed last list, so I can see it definitely getting hit on this list. Like I said earlier, what blocks you out of 1/3 of the game, bro? That's just unfair. At least there's counterplay.
I mean, there's a little counterplay. I don't think this card is as bad as people make it out to be, but it's still sometimes you just your opponent flips and you're like, oh, cool, I just lose because I'm playing a deck built correctly. So it'd be like that.
Yeah, I could see this card going to 0. If mine goes to 0, we don't have to worry about something like that. Even with the power cards at that point, I feel like anti-spell we would see more play in that case.
Yeah, I would. I think. Yeah, if Mystic Mind gets banned, I would love also for Imperial Order to get banned because I feel like half the reason people play Imperial Order, not half, the cards are just absurd, especially when you're playing a deck that
can abuse
it protects your board, and half the outs to most boards are spells. So
a big reason now I feel is Order is the answer to Mine, even though you have to grind your way through to actually see Order.
Yeah. It's it's an out to Mine, and it's also on top of that just really good for protecting your.
Yeah. All right. And then the other one, Carrier. No reason why this card shouldn't be at 3, even with Hunter legal, even with all the other wind-up cards.
Bro, please tell me who's playing wind-ups in 2021. Please.
Yeah, it's just too fragile. Because back when it was good, there weren't as many hand traps. There was Valor and DD Crow, and that was basically Skullmeister. Yeah, Maxi. But we have so many more options now. They're not going to really do anything. I don't see a reason why not to have this card at 3. This is also since this is my favorite card, I have to bring this up, and because it's a worm deck, Denglong. I have a very strong feeling that this card could go to 1. Not that it should, but that Konami may want to bring it in for a format for some chaos. Not to really mimic the OCG, but just because we have those worm cards and they are seeing play, especially with Tenyi Spirit at Hara and the level 4 Sword Soul cards.
Yeah, I don't think either of those synchros will be coming back, but it'd be weird because those cards are very cool.
Yeah,
and they make a lot of cool combos.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's what we think is going to happen. We may do some kind of wish list on what we wish would happen. That's about it. See you guys later.